Whether you're commuting, chilling at home, or just taking a break, we've got you covered with the hottest news, fascinating guests, and the occasional surprise. Buckle up and get ready to get caught up with us.
And now, here is your host.
Hello, everyone over in Instagram land and over on YouTube land. We are here tonight. Hey, Midnight Michael popped in. How you doing? Hey, pop right on in. It is so good to see you here. Well, you guys, welcome to another. Can y'all hear me? I want to make sure y'all can hear me.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Welcome to the Get Caught Up podcast. I am your host, Tane, and I am here with my lovely co-host, Miss Crystal, Miss Books and Soul. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm good. I just had me some white chocolate. I'm ready to dive into this.
Listen, why Midnight Michael said that he's still an actor? Because he's an actor. I love it. I love it.
Say that. Look, I was on mute, but I was saying untamed.
Right.
Untamed. I can't go as deep as he can, but untamed.
He took me out at the beginning of the show, and I don't know how I got my bearings back, but thank you so much for joining the actor. And we are here, of course, with our guest of the evening. We will be discussing Rifts and Refrains by author TIYE, and she is here with us tonight. I am so excited. How are you, TIYE?
I am good. Wednesday is a good day for me to do a show because I'm not as tired as Monday and Tuesday. So Wednesday is a perfect day. All right.
Hey, I love it. I love that for us. So that means we're going to have us a good discussion.
We are, because I have energy. Because normally, I'm telling you, by this time, I'm like, all right. But I have energy tonight, so I'm good. How y'all doing?
Winding down. I am doing excellent. I am excited for this live because, listen, everyone tuning in, I'm going to tell you, first of all, this is a book discussion. So we always say up front, we have advertisements for a whole month, and we always say, read along with us. Read along with us because we're going to talk about the book. So if you don't like spoilers, then you need extra stage left. But we want you to join in. We want you to ask questions. We want to have a discussion. And Midnight Michael said, hey to you as well, Ty.
We're going to say hi to Tosha Lisa.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Yes, and she is such a beautiful person. Yeah.
She is an awesome person. She really
is. Definitely
And I want to thank everyone who is jumping in over on Instagram, over on YouTube. Thank y'all so much for joining us and hopping in on the discussion. We definitely appreciate it, but we are going to be discussing Rifts and Refrains, and we got a lot to get into. So we're not even gonna waste no time. We ain't gonna hold y'all. Okay, we ain't gonna hold y'all. No, we want to get into this discussion because this book right here. If y'all can see the chill bumps on my arm, okay. Y'all can see it. If y'all can see it.
It was very demure, very cutesy, very country, very Tennessee, very I'm gonna get my man, very I'm gonna dump that nigga.
Listen.
It was very Jake Barnes.
And I was just gonna say, if you hadn't noticed, like I always try to pair our graphics with songs that go with what we're talking about. You know, you was right up my alley with this good country music, right?
You sure was.
Yes. You was right up my alley with this good country music. I was like, oh, I got all the songs.
Yes.
So I was like, I got all the songs for this because I love me some good country music. Okay, that is me. I
Yeah.
probably drive my kids and my husband crazy with it, but I love it, honey. I am here for it. But yes, Krista, I'm gonna let you we're gonna do the honors. We gotta bring her in, right? So I'm gonna let you read her bio so we can welcome her in the
Welcome
good
her
old
in. I
GCU
got you.
way.
I got you. All right. Born and raised in Atlanta by a father. Wrong one.
I was like, what? I was like, I'm not from Atlanta.
Look, I paused for a second, like,
I
hold
was
on
like,
a minute.
I was trying to think. I said, wait, did I tell him I was
Look,
born
that's
in
not what I
Atlanta?
read last night. And I promise y'all, this is just tea. That's the problem. It's just tea, and I ain't had no edibles. But I'm gonna go ahead and read the right one. All right.
Okay.
Hi. I'm gonna say this.
Hey,
I'm
Summer.
gonna say this 3 times for the people in the back. TIYE is a USA Today best-selling author. That's one time.
Yes.
TIYE is a USA Today best-selling author.
Thank
One more
you.
time for the people in the back.
For the people who didn't hear.
And the people who didn't hear. TIYE is a USA best-selling author known for her emotional and captivating novels. She has enchanted readers with stories that offer an escape into richly imagined worlds. Professionally, TIYE works in the mental health field, providing services through her private practice and teaching. A Southern girl currently residing in Houston finds inspiration from her travels and enjoys spending time with family and friends.
Yep.
TIYE, welcome to the UP hot seat. How are you?
I'm-
That's what I'm talking about.
This
That's what I'm talking
story
about.
hot. This story is hot. Okay.
Yes.
This story was hot.
It is smoking. I love it. I absolutely
Yes.
adore this story. I was like, I can't wait to get on
Mhm.
here to talk about this. I was so excited. I was like, oh my goodness, when is October 23rd? Getting here.
Right. Late night. I mean, staying up late listening to it, going to work listening to it, sitting at work listening to it. And you guys know, I always say, I listen. I need to see the words. You
Mhm.
did such a phenomenal job keeping my attention that I was like, I don't need the words. So
That's good.
thank you for that.
That's
Because
good.
yeah, because like I said, I need to see words when I'm listening. But no,
Yes.
I just was so captivated. I was in awe. I love this story. But let me stop talking so we can
I,
get into this book.
I'm gonna tell
Mhm.
you, and for me, and I try to especially if we're doing, book of the month is typically at the end of the month. I try to kind of pace it out and read it.
Right. She couldn't.
I got I got halfway through that book. I told Crystal, I said, I woke up in the middle of the night. I said, because I was hurting. And I was
Yep.
like, all right, my sinuses bothering me. And typically when all that happens, it's like you try to get the feeling better so you go back to sleep. I said, you know what? Let me go cut this audio book off. And let me see. I told Crystal, I said, do you know I stayed up from 3 o'clock this morning until I think it was probably like 8 or 9 o'clock, and I was like, I didn't do nothing but listen to this book all the way to the end.
Yes.
I love
She
it.
finished it.
I
I
love it.
was like, I'm done, and I was supposed to wait like a whole 2 weeks.
Mm-mm.
That's
And then I
that's it.
literally finished it a week before, and I was just like, I mean, yeah, like a week ago, because like I'm gonna pace myself, because especially when it gets good, I'm like, no, I don't, because I don't want it to end,
Yeah.
and I did not want this to end,
I didn't
like
want it
at
to end
all.
it, but I couldn't help myself. I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta hear this story. I was ready to get. I was ready to hear it, and so then I did go back and re-listen to certain parts of it or whatever, just to make sure because I haven't put my review yet, but I got it. I got it queued up.
Yes. Yes.
I
I
got it queued
appreciate
up.
that. Yeah, I appreciate it.
I
Y'all making
got
me
it queued.
smile because as
Ah,
that's what you. I mean, that's what you want people because that's when I read something good, I can't stop and I try to savor it and I try to savor it. Like
hmm
I love some. I'll just keep that last chapter for a minute. So I definitely.
yes. I wanted to so bad, but I was just like, no, no. I'm committed. I'm committed. But I said I know I'm gonna go back and re-listen to it because I had to. It was a quote in there that Amara said, and I had to capture it for my review. So yeah, I was like, yeah, let me go back. They gave me an excuse to go back and re-listen to it. I was like, I don't remember exactly what chapter it is. So yeah, let me just back up about 20
Oh, you
chapters.
know what? Let me
Yeah.
break this down because something just popped in my head that I do want to bring up too. So now I got two things.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a Sour Patch Kid. Mm-hmm. Yep, I am. I'm gonna
I
be
love
Look,
all.
let me. Do I need to read the synopsis first?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. I can wait. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will read the synopsis, you guys, for those of you who have not heard about Rifts and Refrains so that you can familiarize yourself with it. This is the synopsis. Music. Born and raised in Atlanta by a father who blames the family rift on music, Amara Johnson's talent for guitar and passion for poetry have always been just that, talent and passion that she channels into her work as a music teacher. When her estranged grandfather, a man known as much for his raspy, soulful blues songs as his perplexing personality, passes away, Amara discovers a collection of old letters, journals, and a tattered photo that offer more questions than answers. Legacy. Jake Barnes. Jake Barnes, part of a legendary country music star Evelyn Hart's management team, is blown away by Amara's voice when he sees her perform at her grandfather's burial. Enraptured, he offers her a deal. He'll help her uncover the truth about her family's past if Amara agrees to come to Nashville and sing for him. Love. Against the backdrop of music and the drive for answers, Amara and Jake grow closer, testing the boundaries of friendship as the summer passes. With Jake's help, Amara is on the brink of a blindingly bright future, preparing to share her undeniable talent with the world. But when Jake confronts some unsettling truth, he's torn between Evelyn, who he considers family, and Amara, the woman he's slowly falling in love with. That is that's the rest of the phrase. Y'all see, I had to take me a big breath when I said Jake Barnes.
You had to stop when you got
Y'all,
the Jake.
Let me tell you.
Jake. Okay.
Woo, Jake.
Woo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jake.
Yes.
Now, I do have a quick question.
He was fun to
Thank
write.
you. Tati said she loved the hats. This is my
Yeah.
first
Thank you.
question
Thank you. So
because, and this was kind of later in the book. Was Jake named after his dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was.
He just
He
decided
was.
to change the name because he wasn't dealing with his dad. Okay, I
Yes.
like that. Because let me tell you, it threw me off, and I was thinking, I was like, damn, did I accidentally hit another book? When that man said, hello, is this
Mhm.
Jacoby? He hung up the phone. I said, did I hit something? I was so confused. And then I was just like, oh my gosh, how cute. That right there stole my heart.
Yeah.
Just,
oh my gosh.
And what's
And I
funny,
was
I'm gonna be honest, when I did it, the editor told me that I didn't need to put that in there because it was adding adding something in late. But I wanted to show the full circle,
mm-hmm.
given his dad of just recognizing I want to reach out and see if there's a chance we can reconcile. So I'm glad I kept it in there because I've had so many people
I'm
say
glad you did.
they like just that little tidbit. They liked
That
that little
little
part.
Mm-hmm.
bit.
Yeah.
Yes, so I want to go back to the very beginning of the story though, and just ask you because you know I gotta ask this question. Like, so where was the
Mhm.
inspiration? Where did you get the inspiration to write this book from? The
Okay.
idea, because it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It honestly came from Cowboy Carter. Honestly, it was just like when she released Cowboy Carter, and I was talking with Keisha Menifee, who did the poetry in the book. We were just talking, and I was like, what about, we were talking like, what would be good to have a country Western book or something. And then I'm from the South. She's from Houston, like I am. Well, I'm from Mobile, Alabama, originally, New Orleans. I'm just Southern, but I didn't moved around in the South, grew up with country music. And, so it was like a country singer. And then we kind of played around with it a little bit in terms of, do we have her as, you know, an ingenue who's trying to get in the game, or someone who didn't even think about it? And so it was like, no, I want to have it where that is something in her that she is hidden, that she's not even thinking about, that she even thinks is a possibility until she meets Jake. So that's
Yes.
where it came from. I wrote that book really fast. I wrote it really fast.
No, now that's the
flowed
part
out of
that's
me.
amazing. That's amazing that you wrote it really fast. Oh my gosh.
It came out of
And you
me.
know,
It flowed out of me. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, it's one of those, you know, it just flew. It flowed, and I can't explain it. Like, if you, and I was doing so much other stuff because I'm not a full-time writer. I work too. So
mhm.
I wrote that book probably in maybe 5 or 6 weeks, and it was 100,000 plus book, or right around there. And it was, I was like, I want to get this out, you know, because of the timing, everything else. And honestly, what happened is I wrote the first 5 chapters, and based on the first 5 chapters, Dreamscape reached out and was like, we want to make this audio first, because it is about, that's why we don't have the paperback or anything. And then Universal Studios actually started knocking with the first 5 chapters. And I was like, you're thinking about possibly making this something, and I hadn't even finished the book, and they were like, well, you got to go finish it. So this I went back and
I
started
love
like
that story.
that woman, in spite of everything else I was doing, trying to do that and work and do everything else, and my daughter was graduating from high school, so it was like
Oh,
it was a crazy
Oh,
time. It
oh
was.
my
that was
goodness.
the perfect graduation gift. Oh my goodness.
I think so
It was.
too.
It was.
So
And
let me ask you this, because you said it's from Cowboy Carter. I think I've
Yeah.
listened to that album about 2 times. Let me just tell you, and Untamed sent me a picture of what you think Jake Barnes is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man is gorgeous. But
Oh, I gotta see I gotta see that. But anyway, go
you
ahead.
have to look at this thing. So
Yeah.
just
look,
listening to you saying that it was like Cowboy Carter, you know, kind of what I liked. I'm thinking her song Bodyguard.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
like that was the most song that kind of like probably had you pouring it out on paper.
Actually, it was the song her when Willie Jones had it out of me,
Oh,
just fun. Something about, even though it's supposed to be a fun song, but just
right,
like it, that brought the melodrama for me, honestly. And I don't know why
right.
that one, as opposed to Bodyguard, but that one was what I kept on loop when I got to my emotional scenes, was that song.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go listen to
mm,
that one
No,
again.
listen to it. Listen to Just for Fun, because the way it starts off, I don't know. It's just like it called me, and I was
Yes.
like, oof, okay.
I
But yeah.
I don't
he
think
said,
she
"Ooh."
missed at all with that album. Like I did get her Renaissance, so I need to get Cowboy Carter, but I don't think like I've never literally sat and listened to an entire Beyonce record. Like I would put it on, but like it'll be stuff that I might skip. Like, sorry. But this one, the entire thing. So I'm kind of glad that was like a little bit behind your thinking about this. So what was your intentions with, I wish I could say it like uh what's that daggone lady? I can't even think of her name. But from Medea, she used to say Philip, say it real fast. But what was your intentions with Philip? Because
um,
like
I was trying to make, it's kind of, I didn't want to make him necessarily the bad guy, but just
right.
she just changed his whole world. He had his world set out and planned, like this is gonna be his wife, this is gonna
Mhm.
happen. And all of a sudden she comes talking about she wants to be the singer, the superstar, and she's a school teacher. So it's like, on one hand, like a lot of people didn't like him, but I'm saying if you put yourself in your shoes and this is how you saw your life going, and all of a sudden your partner comes up with, this is what I want to do. And to say I want to be a singer, I want to travel the world with a person who just like, I go home, I work, I go home and work. It's a big transition. So I I was debating how to make, that, of course he he ended up being an asshole, but the
Listen, I was
That's
to cut you off,
literally
but it's so funny. I
yeah,
sat there and said, I was sitting here going in my head. This is what I remember. I said I had one thing that I was gonna
yeah.
say. I was like, that was my thing. He was an asshole, but I did want to play devil's advocate, and I said, so going into that, could you sympathize with him being unwilling to change, or was the upheaval of their plans does that give you, make you sympathetic to his plight? Because she never expressed to him at all that this is something like it kind of dropped out of the sky. So where you're going with that is where I'm playing devil's advocate because he was a great asshole. Now he was, but do we sympathize with him because this was a life change that he was not prepared for, or do we say, hey, this is life, it comes with changes, if you love her you need to accept it? So what you think?
I know for me, I don't know if I'm answering this or
Yes.
no. I see somebody said he was corny. Okay, let y'all do that.
He was corny and selfish.
And the thing about it is, I mean, Jake was such a powerful presence, and the fact that something about him made her just tell him things she had never, like even the scene where he's telling her, like, I can't imagine he doesn't know this about you. Like, how can he not know that? Like, how can he not know? It's so much who you are. And I wanted to show that sometimes we end up with people we're really not supposed to be with. Because on paper he looks like, hey, our parents know each other. But he didn't inspire her. Not inspire
That man
her.
ain't give her butterflies. How you just meet a man and that man put butterflies in your stomach and his corny whatever? He probably wore a toupee and she probably didn't know. I
Did
don't
you
like
say a
her.
toupee?
You know what they say? The Southerners take their hat off and put their head down.
Yes.
I'm paying my respects. Rest in peace, Philip. Because I was so happy when she took that ring off and threw it at him.
Oh my goodness.
Listen,
because
it is he was just the type, like, now I will say this. He had a point, but you could not empathize with him or even sympathize with him because he was so nasty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, and I think his unwillingness to, if he had been like, okay, I'm upset about this, but I am going to support you, and then he came back through and was like, I can't handle it, I probably would sympathize with him a lot more. But he was up here like, the only reason he even agreed to let her go and stay for the whole summer is because it was something he wanted. It was always his support of her was always reactive because he wanted something out of her.
Conditional. It was very conditional for sure.
Yes, it was conditional love. So yes, okay, Summer Reeves, we not, who is it? No, who said that? That was Nita. No, okay, so we're not gonna sympathize with him.
We're not sympathizing with him. And I'm gonna tell you why we're not sympathizing with him. And I'm not gonna play devil's advocate for Philip because I don't like him. I don't like him. What you're not gonna do, if I'm telling you I want to try something new, then say, okay, babe, I got you. Go ahead and try this. She wasn't doing nothing for the summer. So go ahead and do this. Exactly. So, but the thing is, see me, and like I said, I might not seem like it, but when I was in a relationship, I kind of was like, okay, that's not what you want me to do. Okay, I'm fine with that. But then, like you said, when you start to discover yourself and learn yourself and love yourself more and start saying F what other people think, changes are going to come. Yep. He wanted changes in his life because he wanted to be promoted to be bigger in the business. And she was just going to go along with that. Just like she told him, oh, you excited because you got a measly $75,000? Man, I'm about to make us millions.
Exactly.
Now he's probably sitting there with his head down, trying to get his toupee on.
Listen, Philip don't care. He care nothing about them millions.
75,000.
Listen, Philip didn't care nothing about them. He didn't care nothing about them millions because if he did, he would have just rode that train.
So whatever. If he was smart, he'd be like, all right, that's what we're going to do, baby.
But I just think that the reason why she did not show him her true self is because she didn't show her dad her true self.
Yeah.
And that's how I looked at it. So now I'm an adult. I want to do this. She's been showing you all her life. She's a music teacher.
Yeah.
Music teachers are like, you really gotta love music to be a music teacher.
Yeah.
I mean, really love music to be a
Yeah.
music teacher.
Yes. Because you
Yeah.
have
So I'm
to learn
telling you,
all the instruments to teach them.
right?
Yeah.
And then like for you to pick up instruments, like you said, and be able to play
Mhm.
all those instruments, she was freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Like everything about her was.
She
Hey.
was.
I
So,
love the
and
Philip train.
while we talking about Amara and her taking a chance, on her dream. So I know that Jake said, "Hey, I'll help you." What do you think was it for me? I just feel like she had a pull towards Jake that made her say, let me see if I can pursue this. Like I knew
Yep.
music was her thing, but I think she had a pull more towards Jake to say, you
I
know
mean,
what? If I
Yeah.
could be in this man's presence.
Yeah. Because when he dropped her off at the that hotel, like she didn't want to leave him. She felt it, like and he sensed it, but that's what he reminded her, like, you got a man, like he sensed it too. And it was like he had to remind himself because he already messed up before by dating one of his ex. So he was just like, I can't go that route anymore. And plus, he was trying to change his life around too. So he was kind of mesmerized by her as well. It was like that instant kinship, that instant, they got each other instantly.
And I'm proud of them for making it through. Because baby, when he tucked her away in that little corner store on the outside when they was walking down that street and lifted her up and kissed her, I said, baby, he wouldn't have been able to keep me off of him. I'm sorry. So we gonna go with look. We gonna put a halt to this and all of this. And you ain't finna put a halt to nothing, sir. You done got me
Like, you
tied
gotta
up.
come again? Are you serious? Nah, that's not about to happen today.
Yeah, listen, no. I said he about to have her swallowed up over here in this corner.
the one thing I loved about him, he exuded sex. He
Yes,
exuded sex, but he did it without really doing it. Like
Yeah.
that man could just walk
he was.
in and it's like, damn, he's sexy. That man could probably
He was
sit back
such
and
a
cross his
sexy
leg, like,
man.
damn, he's sexy. That man could probably say, blow a whistle, and he whistled, and he's sexy. I'm
He
like, it was
he
not.
just
It was
sex
just
appeal
everything
just
about him.
flowed off of
Everything
him.
about him, and I just, I don't know. It was like I could not say anything bad about him. Now that damn Renee, that crazy
Whew. What?
broad.
Now
What's that?
listen, I
I'm gonna call her a sheet shuffling.
uh
Okay.
She
I
was a
like.
sheet shuffler,
Okay.
and
what
in more
what
ways
was
than one.
her
In the
Mm-hmm.
bed and in
deal?
music, she was shuffling them sheets.
Mm-hmm.
This is to me, okay, I know that she had issues and problems and all of this stuff that and Jake didn't know about. What made her just latch on to him? Like,
Because
He
ma'am,
was
you
Jake.
he was Jake, and plus, I mean, but he was also protective over her, even in spite of all of that. And she didn't have anybody. She didn't have anybody, and he knew that. So he kind of like he felt responsible because he knew how she was, and he kind of they were wild together. Like, keep in mind, it wasn't like, even though he was doing. I mean, they were cheating on each other left and right, and so he was a different person when he was with her. And so he
hmm
realized that he helped, almost like he's taking responsibility for his part in what happened to her. So that's how why she was so attached to him, because now that she's, Renee is changing and going through therapy, trying to help, and she's realizing he's a good man. I need to figure out how to hold on to him. And he's more
mm
good together. We're toxic because I was just as bad as you when we were together, and now I don't want to be that man anymore. I don't want to keep drinking. I don't want to. And she's a party girl, and he was a party guy, and so Amara made him want to be different. And I'm sorry about notifications. I thought they were off. It was
No,
like,
it's fine.
um, you know, he was trying to be a different person for Amara, whether she realized it or not. Something about her made him want to be a better man. Like, he didn't think he was deserving of Amara. And
He
so
didn't.
and Renee is seeing this change in him. She's seeing Jake mature. She's like, wait, I really want to hold on to him now, because I can see he's slipping away and not calling me as much and not being there for me as much. And so
hmm
that's her attachment to Jake, because she really had nobody else. It was him.
That is true.
That's
Now,
true. That's true.
his father, his pops, his dad, because he wasn't his daddy. He wasn't
Yeah.
the bio dad.
He wasn't a
But
bio dad.
yes, now let me just give you kudos for this. I love that his mama married her an uncolored man.
Yeah.
And that uncolored man adopted a colored son.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
that. I love that they had a relationship together. It
Yeah.
was like they were Neapolitan ice cream.
Yes.
Chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. But
Yeah.
why didn't... Nah, forget it. I'm just asking. Why couldn't William be honest with Jake and tell him what he was sending him to do?
Because well, one, he was still trying to protect Evelyn because Evelyn didn't want it to be known. So part of it was his relationship with Evelyn. Evelyn like got him where he was. So he had this loyalty to Evelyn. So part of it was that. Another part, I think he had some shame about it because he got, he was, when he first started, he was a pure white man, if you will, an uncolored man. And then by being with Jake and his mom, he saw more about the nuances of what it means to be Black. And then being embarrassed, like it seems like I'm paying this man off, and I'm like you said, he's using me to pay him off.
Right.
He felt like he received it better.
Yes, I loved when Jake said, we've been fighting all our lives, and for a white man to come in and take from us, we've been dealing with this. I mean, that was
powerful,
beautiful. And that was definitely powerful because he told the truth, and he wasn't young enough to see that growing. He didn't experience that as an adult. He experienced, he really didn't experience it, but he just went in with music. Now, I'm gonna just say this: Amara and Jake was huge in this story, but so was Evelyn Hart.
Yeah,
like where did she come from?
She's in my head. She's a combination of Reba McEntire and Dolly Parton. That's how I see her. Like, if you go to Nashville, Dolly Parton is everywhere. Like you walk through, it's like Dolly. I stayed in a hotel that was Dolly Land, and she everywhere. I'm all scared to go to sleep. Like this is weird. She's everywhere.
Listen, what's so funny to me is that I actually, when her character came up, you actually wrote her in such a way that those two exact people came to mind. I said, she reminds me of a mesh between Reba McEntire and Dolly Parton.
With the red hair. Now, I'm going to throw this out there. So, my person that I'm not going to lie, that I would love to see play Evelyn Hart is Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, she kind of young. I guess she can play older, but she kind of young to play Evelyn. She can play Evelyn as a younger person.
She can play her as a younger person, but I'm like, now I'm not gonna lie. I tell people I love all genres of music. I'm a fan of Kelly Clarkson.
No, she can blow. No, she can blow.
Yes,
she can sing. I like her. And she has that natural, and she has a very like charismatic personality, like plucky personality, and that's what I was trying to go with Evelyn, so that that people generally loved her, no matter what race you are. You loved Evelyn, like she just had that kind of personality, that kind of cross, race.
That crossover. Because I'm not gonna lie, I think when Benjamin Charles first narrated her voice, I said, "Oh, is she a Black woman?" And then I thought about it. I said, "Nah, this lady white. That's a white lady."
I did too. I asked that same question, and I was like, "Nope, she got to be white," because as the story progressed, and certain things were coming out, I was like, and then there were clues in the letter, they were reading. She was reading. I was like, and I'm sitting here going, "You can't pick up on the clues." I'm yelling at Amara, like, "Girl, pick up on these clues." But I understand it because she didn't have a relationship with her grandfather, and she really didn't know these people, so she didn't see, like we saw it, but she didn't see it, right? And so I just was like, oh my goodness. Now I will say, when it came down to that secret, now I understand why Jake was, he went back and forth about whether or not to reveal what he had found out, right?
Yeah.
And to me, he did everything right except when he did not reveal what he found out. And I mean, I'm seeing her yelling, tell her. But Do you think that Amar would have reacted the same if he had have come out, to him? If he had come out and told her, or was it simply the fact that she kind of happenstance found out?
I think she would have been less angry because the whole point was that now she didn't trust his word. Because then it was like, you were giving him money
Mm-hmm.
for years though. So did you know? Um,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as he found out, he told. I think she still have been mad, but the trust part would have been because she was mad and couldn't trust. She felt like she couldn't trust him. So I think
Yeah.
she was angry and upset, but I think she would have been more likely to believe him if he had went ahead and fessed up. Although I get why he was trying. He's in the middle. He was trying to protect his dad and wanting. He was really hoping they would do something to redeem themselves, so he wouldn't have
Exactly.
show that the other side. Because again, he's torn because even though they're uncolored people, they are his family, and so it's like it's like a time to kill. Imagine them black. So if they were black people, would you still be like
Mm-hmm.
should be telling, or would you understand more why he protected them? So it's
Right.
like that's to him, they are his family, and now he's dealing, but he's also enraged that they did that to him. They put him in this position where he's falling in love with this woman who's basically he was in cahoots with the family, even though he didn't know he was.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I actually going back to what Krista said and she mentioned, to me that was also another big thing for him, right? Not just the fact that the history of how black people were treated in music in that regards, but also because you got these the two uncolored people, that's his family, and he's the black guy.
yeah,
And so you put me, the black guy who y'all say y'all love, in this precarious position, knowing that I am in a different position than you guys are in this industry because I'm black. If this catches wind, I might have artists out here who not gonna trust me as a black
Yep.
man to
yep,
be
And
to
I
take
like
care of
that.
them as black artists.
that's true.
Yes.
That's
Well,
true.
since we talking about the Uncoloreds and Evelyn Hart,
I love the uncolors. I'm gonna start using the uncolors,
The
but yeah,
yes.
uncolored.
So I definitely was a fan of Evelyn Hart.
yeah.
And I like the one thing that now there's a lot of things that pissed me off about her. One, I feel like that bitch knew. And then you smiling up in my face. But that's what they
Mm-hmm.
like to do.
Mm-hmm.
They know
Mm-hmm.
they doing something wrong and they still smile up in your face. So I ain't like that. Once I figured out what she was up to. But the thing, what they said that grind my gears, the thing that grind my gears when she was talking to Jake about what she went through in her, growing up. I had to deal with an abusive father. Then I left home at this age and then had to go deal with men who were using me and abusing me. But the one man who showed you love was talking about leaving his family for you.
Mm-hmm.
And because he decided and changed his mind, you want to do revenge on him? But you
Yeah,
ain't want to get revenge on the mother
yeah,
colors or uncolors? Because I bet
yeah.
you they was uncolored.
They were.
Because
Yeah,
back
they were.
then,
Yeah.
them colors knew not to touch an
Yes.
uncolored
And
white
color
woman.
woman. Yes. Yep.
Color woman. Yep.
Yeah. So it bothered me so much. And when I say it went from, oh, I love me to Evan Hart, be like, that little redhead bitch.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what bothered me too about her
Yeah.
in the end, and this is why I said when she said I couldn't stand Evelyn. E- when she found out and she knew because she knew that she was gonna
Yeah,
be
she did.
uncovered, when she tried to jump up, and what she didn't try, she did. She jumped up and she admitted it, and it was like still it didn't feel genuine to me because you knew you were getting exposed anyway. And
Right.
then you tried to come out with like this savior complex to say, "Oh, I confess all of my sins and grieves to bear, and I did this and I did that," so that you could kind of be like the hero, in the end, to say, "I did this and I did this and this is how I redeemed myself." No, your ass is getting exposed in 5 business days. Okay, you was about to get
I
exposed in
love
five
that.
business days, and
5 business
so
days.
you gonna come up here because you had all of these months before. Because remember,
Yep.
he's beefing with her. You got
He
all these
was.
months before
He
where
was.
you could have come out and done this and
Yeah.
just said, okay, or not even before you could have done it. This man is gone. He is
Mhm.
deceased. You
Yep.
could have done this at any point in time in your career. But you decide you want to do it, like I say, 5 business days before you was getting exposed anyway. And that's when I really didn't have. I was like, she ought to take that guitar while they on that stage and walk outside.
And then
That.
when she was like, "You want to produce this song with me?" and she's like, "Well, I got to talk to Jake first." And she was like, "Oh no, you don't have to talk to Jake." I said, "Amara, you better not sign shit with that lady. Nothing, nothing."
Girl, I was screaming. I said, "You better not sign up with that." I said, "This little evil little helper here."
Right. That her name. You know what? Her name is Evelyn, not Evelyn.
Evelyn. That's what she
Change
forever be
it.
called.
Change it up. I hear
Evelyn.
you. I hear you.
Yeah.
That part, honestly, that part was the hardest part for me. Is like, how do I do this? How do I? Which is why I had the part where Jake is kind of like, "Is this enough for you? Like, is he still feeling like, is this enough?" And she was like, "It's the start," because she wanted her grandfather to be publicly acknowledged, which he was, and and honor, and her dad was in the audience to see what his father had.
Yes. Can I tell you how much I love that her parents in the end supported her? Like
Yeah.
I knew her. I didn't really feel like her mama did not support her.
Yeah.
I just knew her mama knew she was chasing Jake's tail. That's it.
That's the thing. I gotta keep an eye on this. I gotta keep an eye on this right here. She was like,
Yes.
She saw it from the
Chasing
beginning at the
tail.
funeral. She like,
She like, no, where your wedding ring at? Come on, your engagement ring. You getting married now. And
But
so,
you want to know
but
what?
I loved it. I loved it. I loved that she stood for her. I love that when she told her about what Philip was doing, she was like, "Oh no, if
Yeah.
you better not go back home. If he can't come up here, then." No, he got to prove something to you too, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's
And that's
like,
what I was about to say. I love that she finally said, she basically was saying, "Nah, that nigga ain't nothing. Go with Jake. Go with Jake." Like, I love that she kind of like saying no.
She did.
Like, you just
She did. She
entertain.
told her mama like, nah. She told her daughter like, no, this is
Right.
that he's not doing right. And then after Jake then flew her up and did all this for her, so of course she looking at Jake differently. She's looking like,
to me, her idol. Like,
yeah.
I loved it. But I did write down, like I said, we guys, and I think you guys heard before, we have like a flow sheet where we write everything down. I could not write nothing down. When I say I had this document open all day, and I just like, I don't want to, I just want to talk. Like, I just want to talk about it. But the second thing I wrote down is Amara's conversation with her dad.
Yeah.
That right there brought a tear to my eye. I think it slid down a little bit, and I said, "What you crying for?" But when she basically told him, "If you can't accept me and my music, then I can't accept you, and then we would have to be done." I freaking loved when she said, "I'm choosing me." Basically, she was telling him, "I'm choosing me, and if you don't choose what I want, then oh well."
Yeah.
And I love that he, was like not stubborn enough to say, "Okay then," but that's not what like he finally realized I messed up.
Yeah.
And I loved when he said, "Would you sit here with me while I read my dad's letter?" Like, it was so many beautiful parts that have you thinking. Like, Amara was a woman who just did what everybody else wanted her to do. She never got to do things for herself. And then when she get that little bit of taste of something she has always loved, I'm gonna pick it up too. Chuck the deuces.
Yeah.
You're only good anyway.
She didn't want to be stuffed anymore. She didn't want to be she was anymore. She
didn't want to be stuffed with toupee man. Like, Philip wears a toupee.
And I love the fact for you so silly for this toupee. I love the fact that Amara represented the woman, or even just a person, but because she's a woman, I have to relate to the woman. The woman who understands and accepts. And it was even hard for her to accept for herself at first. Jake, oh my God, that's why he was so beautiful, because he saw that in her, and he didn't force it on her because it was something he wanted. He saw it in her, and he wanted to just mentor her and love her through it, because he knew this is something special within you, and something that's special. I know you're hiding behind it. Like, you want to bring this up out of you. The way that you sung at your granddad's funeral, you can't tell me that this ain't something that you probably hadn't thought about. But the fact that she took a chance and saying, you're never too old to try to achieve your dreams.
Yeah.
They take a chance on yourself. I
Yeah.
love that message for women because,
Yes.
especially for us,
Yeah.
we get so bogged down into the things that of life where we have to do for everybody else, and we just accept that, and that becomes who we are. That becomes our story. And then she accepted it for herself, and even though she was unsure, she still pursued it. And I love that you did not allow her to fall into the trap with Philip of saying, I don't want to take the chance because this is, he's right. She's like, no,
Yeah.
just let me give. I just want a chance, and I think
Yeah.
that's the part that irritated everybody about Philip. It's like this woman ain't even saying for sure she wants to do this. She's
Exactly.
saying,
She's
give
on.
me a chance,
Yeah.
Negro.
Yeah. She's on the
Right. She
scene.
went from I'll be gone all summer to I'll come back and see you in 3 months. And then let me tell you something. When her and Jake finally hooked up, I said, see, Philip ain't even want your ass anyway. Because if he really wanted you, he would have been blowing your phone up. He would have flown back down there to get you. That man ain't want you. He just wanted the fact that he would have a woman by his side that was beautiful. That was all he was
Let
worried
me
about.
tell you something. First of all, this is where I knew Philip. Listen, I was about to say, listen, I don't know if you switching teams or what you're doing, Philip, but the hell if I'm gonna come there and see good looking Jake Barnes and see this chemistry and think I'm gonna spend my day arguing with you, I'm taking you to that hotel room. I'm about to remind you who your man is, okay?
Exactly.
Because I was like,
Exactly.
when he got there and started arguing with her, I said, "Oh, you just want her to go mess with Jake. You
Exactly.
just want her to go be with
You
Jake.
just made Jake
Baby,
look
don't
all
be
the more
with him.
appealing. You made Jake look all the
Yeah.
more appealing.
Baby,
So
listen.
I asked
First thing
Untamed because
smoking.
real fast. I asked Untamed because, like I said, she finished it before me. And as I was reading, I said, "Come on, just give me one, just drop one little thing." And she said, "She never does. She never does." I said, "Did he cheat on her? Was he cheating on her?" So she turned her head. I said, "Okay, I guess he wasn't." But I read that you had cheated on her. You know what I'm saying? And it's no, if because like I felt like, and I mean I know if I get backlash about it, I don't care. But I feel like he, I'm not gonna say he kind of like brought her down with her looks and her self-esteem, but I'm like the way you kind of treated her, you could have.
Yeah.
You know, the way
Yeah.
you, I mean, it's just like she wasn't, what she wanted in life wasn't important enough. Like
It wasn't.
everything, you're
It wasn't.
you're more important
Child,
to
he was
me.
cheating on her with that job. That's what he was
Yeah.
cheating on her with.
He,
And
he was. Yeah.
and
Well,
He
I
was
hope that
definitely
job
focused
can
on that.
make him happy. He
but
Yeah.
gonna find something. He gonna go get him.
that's a
He
man's
needs a.
mindset though.
Oh, you should have put him and Ellie Hart together.
Listen, don't do
He
that.
looked like he would date an uncolored and marry an uncolored.
Look, don't do that. Don't do that at all. We don't want Philip to have no happy endings. He needs to stay married to his job because that's what he wanted to be married to was his
That's
I
job.
don't
exactly
think
what
he
he
would have
wanted.
a happy ending with Ellie Hart because she seemed like she a little stuck up, got the little short pointy nose that looked
First,
like a
first of
witch.
all, he can't control Ellie, so and he
Nah,
wasn't that
he
one
wasn't
gonna
going to
float that
control
fly
her.
that way nowhere. He can't control her
No.
because he was
He's like,
able to
well,
control Amara
uh-uh.
for a short amount of time. He can't control Ellie.
No.
Nah.
Oh, Nathan, the friend Nathan. Like,
Yeah.
are we gonna see
Yeah.
Nathan again? I would love to see Nathan again.
That is
When Jake said, "Don't use
funny.
those SAT
Uh-huh.
words on me," I said, "Oh, he's smart." Oh,
Uh, I'll say you will. Okay, I don't know how to say this. I don't really know what I'm supposed to say or not say. But what I can say is you will see Nathan again.
Okay,
that's all I need to hear.
I'm
And the
excited.
crew, we'll see, and the crew again too, because I love the crew.
Yeah. No.
Just,
That's you will see everybody again. You will see
I
everybody again.
love the
I
crew.
want to see
They
the
were
wedding.
hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to see the wedding. I want to see the baby. I want to see her first sold out tour. Like, I want to see
Listen,
it
I'm telling you,
all.
when I said I
Oh,
wanted to live in Rifts and Refrains land forever, I was like, yeah, no,
yes.
don't exit me out. Yeah.
It's Yeah, no, it's what and the reason why I say I can't
Right.
it's option as a TV series right now, so I don't know what all that
Yeah.
means yet. And So we have to be very careful because if they're going to they're going to expand the book however they want to. One of the things, one of the, I know they're thinking about, of course, expanding Jake's mom because they feel like he's a powerful Black woman. So they want to, there's different things that they want to do.
Lawyer.
Yeah.
Lawyer.
Yeah. So and it's going to, I'm so excited. It's going to be a TV series. So a lot of this can be spread out. And so whatever I write, I have to be careful because I don't know going. So that's what I said. But you will see them again in terms of an epilogue or novella, still trying to figure which way
how you're gonna do it.
How I'm
gonna do it.
Are you like really working with them with the TV show as well?
Well, that's what they're trying to do, is give me a seat at the table. Right now it is. That's what I said. I don't know. That's what I said. I'm putting it out in the universe, but I know that's
getting a seat at the table.
You got your seat.
You got
your seat.
You got your seat.
Yes, I did get a chance to meet one of the sisters who's working on it, Timmy Locke, who also did. She was showrunner for Empire, and
yes,
they see us on Netflix. She was so cool down there. She has a book that's out, and it's a series, part of the series. And I went to see her talk in Houston, and she was like one of the coolest people. And she was just telling me how she's really enjoying the story and how how she's thinking about envisioning and rewriting it out and all of that. So I'm just like, I don't. It's like one of those things. It's step by step. So yeah, I can't. This is a strange place for me to be in terms of I don't keep saying, so what's happening? I really don't know beyond. I feel like it's in good hands in terms of the sisters that are working on it. Black women, they both from Houston, from the South. So they country music is a part of them. They like the story and the history behind it. So you will see.
And you did have some history.
I love it.
Yes,
you had a lot of history.
Yeah,
I love it, and I can see them taking that direction because that is something that's going to be vitally important to expand on the story, especially of Sony's backstory. Because in order to get Amara to where she is, that's a major part of
that's what I'm hoping they'll explore Sony's. You'll see him alive, and you actually see their relationship between him and Evelyn. But I don't know where we're going with this yet, and I'm hoping I'll know within the next few months what's happening. But at this point, I'm just enjoying this process.
As you should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Untamed, we got to do a watch party.
Yay!
Yes.
Absolutely. I love that.
I'm excited about that because I'm loving that so many authors we're like starting to get out there, movies, TVs, because I'm like, they constantly keep on remaking stuff. I be wanting to say, do y'all not understand all these Black indie authors that y'all can come stories from? It's so many books that I've read that I would love to see on TV, love to see in movies. Like, stop playing in these streets and give us some new stuff and stop dealing with these same. If I see another remake of it, I love The Color Purple, but they better not touch it no more.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
No, this one,
I mean, it was good, but
it was good. It just didn't hit the way it normally.
Yeah. I need them to stop touching it. So, what is one thing that you would want someone to take from Amara's story?
Just what Untamed said. Like, you're never too old for your dreams. My grandmother didn't get her GED until she was in her 50s, and became a librarian, known around, went ahead and got associates, and of course the grandmother I remember was a librarian. I didn't know that she left an abusive relationship and got herself educated. She never thought she was too old, and so she always wanted to be a librarian, so she did. So she was like, I might be, this is what I wanted to do, and so I stand by that. Like, you're never too old, because then people get caught up in age and so exactly what I'm saying, exactly what I wanted people to take from, at least from Amara. Don't be afraid of your dreams. It might seem like the most impossible thing, but you at least have to try. You have to at least try.
You sure do. I love it. And what was your most memorable part of the book? something that sticks with you the most?
You know what's funny? What sticks with me the most when he kneeled in front of her at the house on the porch. That part where I was like, "Oh, that was good!" Like,
Oh my gosh, yes.
Let
yeah,
me tell you what my memorable part was, because I told you I had to go and find this quote. It's actually a part of a conversation when she and Jake actually do get together, and even though she says like the day of her breakup became the day at the start of her relationship with Jake, right? And he asked her a question, and she says, "This was so beautiful." I will read it straight out because I can't. I got to make sure I say it right. She says, "Until music captured my soul and you stole my heart. So no, you'll never be my consolation, but you are my prize." Oh, that's when I cried. I was over there like, oh my God, girl, why you do this to me, Amara? Because he asked
It was
her.
just beautiful.
thank you.
No,
Yes,
and
he asked her about being a consolation prize for those, who
Yeah,
want to know. But that's where that answer came from. It
yeah.
was, that touched my soul.
my
Thank
most
you.
memorable, I said it earlier in the show, is when he said, "Hello, is this Jacoby?"
I love it. I love it. I
Because
absolutely
I
yes.
did not think the way he talked about how he did not, he couldn't forgive his father. Like this man was in and out of his life, and then now he has a father. I did not think he would, heal so much that he would pick up the phone and call this man. And like he said, now we're, getting to know each other.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
that right there takes a lot for not just Jake, but Jacoby too,
exactly.
to be back together, to be as a grown men. Like I love that you put that in there. Like, and Untamed said this earlier, and I so cold-heartedly agree with this. This is the first book, and I'm not going. It probably is because I'm going to say it, and it's probably other books, but this is one I remember that everything was asked and answered.
Thank you.
yes.
Yes,
Thank you.
because I said that out, and that's why I was struggling writing down questions because I was like, she answered everything. Like I would sit here and put a question down, like, she said this. So like everything was answered, and
Thank
I
you.
love that. Like I felt like it was like, okay, we know they rode off into the sunset. We know she out getting ready to do concerts and all that other stuff, but I still want to see it. I want to see
I know.
her belly big
I
with a
know.
little bambino in it, with a little Jake in it,
Listen,
She
all
was
little
here,
stuff.
baby. Yeah.
I
Yes, like
I was so
oh,
excited. Oh my gosh, when I tell you, I gotta find this picture because I really want to throw it up right now.
I think you
I,
I think you texted to me.
I
Yeah, I
did.
think you
Okay.
did. Looking at our text. Now, I also want this is like the craziest question I've ever asked. So now that they're gonna be a couple, who house they gonna move in? Is they gonna move in Jake's house or they gonna go live in Amara's house?
Look,
Because I mean, like Jake's house seemed like real nice, but then Amara's house is even better because she out back, out in
yeah,
the country where she ain't got
yeah,
no houses around her. So
yeah.
whose house they gonna go move in?
They're gonna buy their house together. They're gonna buy a whole new house together.
And then they could go ahead see they can make them
Yeah.
some more money off of real estate.
Yes. Yeah.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah.
So is there a star that you have in mind for Amara?
Um, I don't have a particular. I'll be honest. I don't have a particular star in mind. Like I
Uh-huh.
know because I started listening to Raina Roberts, which is like this country singer. She has red hair, is black
Oh,
woman.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, she is. I love Ryder Roberts.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
let me look her up. Let me
I
look
love
her
her.
up.
I love her music.
Girl, she got this song called Raised Right. I love that song so
Yes,
much.
that
Yes.
is,
Untamed
that's
love
another song I
country
kept
music.
on loop. I kept that song on loop as I was writing, but I really because the thing is, Amara is like she got some curves to it. She's not necessarily slim, but I don't.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. I really and so much Justin Amber Riley, and I'm like, oh my god, Amber Riley can really blow. So it's like
He
I
can.
I am like. I'm, I'm like open because what I don't usually do. I know people like to have pictures. I like people to have their own interpretation because
Right. Right.
when you put a picture out, they be like, "That's not who I saw," or they be like, "Oh, that's who I saw."
Yes. Yes. No, this Raina
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Roberts, she's beautiful. And then, like you said, with that red hair, yes. Yep. I like this. I
Yes.
can see Amara
And
in her.
and I just love it. And I look, And I'm throwing out ideas. So this is not Ty, this is us just talking, okay? So let me clarify this. Cause baby, I needed some episodes because I want to see her I want to see some episodes when she going on tour with Tana Adele and
Yes,
and Willie
yes.
Jones, and
And Jake
Shaboozey.
standing in the
Yes, all of that.
backstage holding the
All of
baby.
that.
Yep,
All of
Jake
that.
standing backstage holding the baby.
She gonna keep with that. She gonna keep with that. She pregnant, got a baby. She gonna keep with that.
She got look. She want her to have a baby.
When that last time when she let him slide up in
Oh,
her,
that's true.
and then
That's
she
true.
got up the
That's
next
true.
day, I said,
She
"Oh,
did.
she gonna come back and she pregnant? Yes, I'm excited. Come on, get your man, girl.
Listen,
Get your man."
what I really want to see, I ain't gonna lie, I want to see Philip's reaction to like when they actually get married and do have a baby, because they gonna have them cover the magazine cover
Yeah.
spreads, gonna be
Magazine
all
covers
over the
everything.
news.
Yes.
All that is everywhere.
You know how in
Mhm.
the what was it, the movie The Temptations, when they first manager, when she was
Uh-huh.
like they
Yes.
got signed,
Like,
they showed her she was still in the basement and she
Yep.
was like,
Yep.
uh-huh.
That would, yes, that would be Philip. Like she is not only she's not thinking about you. She is going on and beyond. Like yeah,
Yes.
with
And
oh
I'm
a
my
glad
nice
that
goodness.
connection.
she not just got a crew, because that's what she called them, the crew.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she got friends, like
No, they're her friends.
real
Mhm.
friends.
They're her
Because
friends.
let
Yes.
me tell you, his name was what?
Tavion.
Tavion.
Mm-hmm.
Tavion was a little messy.
He was.
He
Yeah.
was messy.
He
Like,
was.
he was messy boots. Because when he
Yes.
was like, man, he might just be using you. I was like, why you mad? Because you can't have Jake? Like, I was confused.
Listen, I was wondering. I was like, he trying to
Right.
smash
I'm like,
Jake.
let me find out Jake. I mean, we know Jake wasn't an equal employee.
No,
Equal
he's
opportunity
not. He wasn't
employee.
an equal opportunist. He was
He
not.
wasn't equal
He
opportunity,
wasn't.
but Tavion seemed like he wanted him to be. Because I said, I said, oh, he messy. Oh,
Yeah.
he messy.
He was, but the thing was, that's how people talk like that though. And then at the time, you got to think about
That's
it.
true.
Jake was out there. He was out there. This is not.
Yeah, he was.
He was out there.
Definitely was. Because
He said,
he
"Have these
said he
people he
was.
slept with." He's like, "He slept with some of these people in here." That
I
he's
know, that
talking
was
to.
funny. Yes. He said, I don't know
Yeah.
if they smiling at me or talking about me.
Mm-hmm.
But
That is true.
and that was the. But what I loved is that Jake didn't hide behind it. He knew who he was, and he was true to that.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's what made me love him, despite the fact that he used to be a playboy. Like he's like, yeah, I acknowledge and actually, I love the fact that he was a little bit scared to be with Amara because he was afraid of that side of him. Like he's like, wait a minute, I know that I'm a playboy. I hope this ain't just a fad, and I don't want to get tied up with her because she's a good woman.
Yeah.
She's a good woman, Savannah.
Yes. You want to know what, Untamed? We're going to start calling people, instead of calling them fuck boys or players,
Mm-hmm.
we're just going to go ahead and call them sheet shufflers.
Sheet shufflers.
Street shufflers. Okay.
Yes, they was out here shuffling them sheets.
I'm
Shuffling in the sheets.
I'm gonna have to use it, and I'm gonna say quoted by Crystal.
Well, they quoted by me, my daughter's friend.
Her daughter's friend. Let me tell you something. If you want to hear some good name calling, you get on the phone and listen to her daughter friend, her daughter, her son, baby. They'll give you some names for real.
I'm hearing it. I'm sitting there like you done said several things. I'm like, ooh, okay.
They was up here talking about sheet shuffling, algae eating.
He said sheet shuffling, funnel digging, algae eating, cum bucket bitch.
Yes.
Wow.
That took me all out.
Wow.
She said, I like that sheet shuffler. Yes.
Mhm.
Sheet
No,
shuffler.
I like the sheet shufflers. I really do.
I
Yeah,
like it too.
he's
I told
crazy.
her I was gonna write it down. I did. I like literally said there. I was like, hold on, let me write all of this down.
Then he's gonna talk about something and write it down, because I ain't gonna say it again.
Oh,
He got my daughter calling people buckethead bitches.
Lord
Okay.
have mercy.
Yeah.
She said, okay.
Your mom should be a writer. She's very creative. Her adjectives and nouns.
Yes.
Very creative.
Too creative. It drives me crazy.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yes, absolutely, we love it. Now I normally do this when something is just
Oh, wait a minute.
so I
Wait
said,
a minute.
huh?
We got to talk about these two people. We got to talk about these
Okay,
two people
okay.
before you do
Okay.
what I know you about to do. Let me take off my hat so I can shake my head to show just how much they did. When I say Benjamin Charles
Okay.
and
Yes,
E. Kane
Yeah.
yes.
narrated the
Yeah.
this story,
Yeah.
narrated the out of this story.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
got the country twang. We got the I mean, Benjamin Charles as Jake Barnes,
Yeah.
phenomenal.
He is forever Jake Barnes. Like
Forever
that.
Jake Barnes.
He that is his character. Like
I,
he can go and narrate a whole bunch of stuff. He could be good, but he will always be Jake to me.
I
You
have to
know.
say that when it was like giving me voices to try, and I already knew I wanted E. Kane because she had done some of my other stuff. I was like,
Right.
I knew I wanted her, but I couldn't figure out. He's my first male voice. I always had a woman do both. And so when they were sending different sounds. They sent his, and it was just him when he said, "This is how he said Amara, how he said her name." I was like, "That's it right there."
Look,
Yeah.
as you're saying it, I can hear him in my mind saying
Yeah,
her name, and I'm just like,
how
I
he
mean,
said it.
phenomenal. I loved
swoon
his portrayal
worthy.
of Evelyn Hart. Like everybody, he just did such a phenomenal job. He came.
He
So let
did.
me just let everybody know this is the first time I listened to both of them, and they did their thing. He came as Evelyn Hart, that country twang.
Yeah, yeah,
She
Yes,
killed it.
he did
Like
it.
it
I
was
Mhm.
loved her
good.
as
Loved
Amara.
it.
Oh my
Yes, I
god.
did.
Yeah,
Yes. I was waiting for her to break
Yes.
out in the song. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. I ain't
right.
gonna hold you. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna hold you.
yeah. No,
I
it
was
was
like, sing,
definitely.
Yes.
girl, sing.
I know they really did that thing, especially because there was no book to it, so we had to be very careful. There was no book.
Right.
It was an audio first deal where it was like we only putting audio out. There's no book, and everybody kept saying, "Where's the book? Where's the book?" I'm like, "It's just audio." And so because you don't have anything to read, we wanted to, we hope the voices would engage you.
They were very
Mm-hmm.
engaging.
Story. And I got a chance to at least meet them on Zoom. Both of the narrators, they were so nice and so cool. So, and I'm being straight up honest. Like, I keep thinking about Benjamin Charles for some other books, and I keep being like, I can't though. To me, I'm with you on that. I think
Yes,
He's
it's
Jake.
I agree.
yes.
Yes,
EK
and
definitely does have a great
No,
male voice. 'Cause
one of my friends did not know that because she called me and she was like, I like the woman, but the man, I just think, and she was going this whole tangent about like I think the man needs to try to change his voice a little bit more. And I was like, the one you listen to is no man on there; it's all a woman. She's like, in that case, she's astounding. Like, I
yeah,
changed
she did a
she said in that case,
phenomenal
she's
in
job.
that case
astounding.
because that's the whole time I thought it was a real male, and she was like, the fact that I was trying to tell you, like, tell him the next time. I was like,
Yes, yes.
She said in that case, she's
in that
astounding.
case, he's perfect. She's perfect. She's
Oh
like,
my gosh.
yeah,
Well, I am going to say that because I said I do have my review up here locked and loaded. I sometimes because I hadn't posted, I love to read it to the
yeah.
author just so they can hear. So I said I'm gonna read my review to
Uh-huh.
you. So you look, so
Thank
you
you.
hear first. You and everybody online here first.
Yes. Here we
Yay.
go.
You hear first. So
I'm just gonna put
I
the
of
book up
course
as we're doing it. This is the book, y'all.
yes, thank you so much.
Yes, it's so
That is
pretty.
Rifts
I
Oh,
know
and Refrains.
I can't wait till
Matter of
people have
fact,
it in their hands. And it'll have like an extra bonus or something. I don't know yet, but it'll be something that tells you more about the conclusion. So hopefully it's
yes.
what y'all like.
exactly. And as a matter of fact, I know I got this cover in here so they can get a clear picture of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me find it. I know it's in here somewhere. Now y'all know I got 20,000 photos. Look there with me. Oh goodness. Where is it? Where is it?
We be photoed out.
We got listen all the time, but it's for good causes, right? So I know I have it.
It happens to me all the time. All the time. I'm like, just wait, just wait. Okay,
Uh-huh.
wait.
Yep, I got it. Wait a minute. Give me
Yes.
another minute.
Right. And so now of course I can't find it because that's how life goes. Because that's just how life goes. Okay,
Yeah.
let me cancel. I am going to still go ahead. I'm gonna get this photo. So but I'm gonna read the review first because I really want you to hear this. Oh my god, y'all. Um Rifts and Refrains gave every bit of a little bit of country and a little bit of rock and roll mixed with
Mhm.
soulful love that you can stand. With all the soulful love you can stand. Amara represents many women learning to embrace themselves at the pinnacle of life and is the epitome of never being too old to pursue your dreams. Even in doing so, she never lost sight of who she was and stayed true to that, even when it hurt. Jake was such a stand up gentleman despite his former bad boy status. He represented what true partnership and friendship should be. Together, their undeniable and burning love was the flame that kept this book smoking. And when it finally ignited, it couldn't be doused, even when it seemed it would flicker out because of others' past transgressions. This read was exceptionally written and gave us a glimpse into the life and love of entertainers with this re-emerging of Black country artists. The history and culture embedded in the pages of Marcus Stoney Jackson through the lens of Amara and Jake was a beautiful testament to Black artists' struggles and contributions. It isn't laced with spice, but the storytelling supersedes. The narrators brought this vision to life and created an unforgettable experience. Get into the read and allow the music to capture your soul and the characters to steal your heart.
Um, perfect. I had to click
Yes.
my listen. Thank you. Thank
You
you.
are
You captured it.
welcome.
I can't wait to see it. What I can't wait to see it written, but you captured that well. Thank you.
Yeah,
That you are
Thank
she
you.
so
always do.
welcome.
She always
No,
do.
thank
That's
you.
You
that writer in her.
No, it's you. Like I said, I was just
Yep.
like, that's right, all right, because you,
Yep.
yeah,
That's a writer.
yeah,
Definitely.
that,
listen,
I
and I gotta do what I normally do. Hold on, let me do this. Let me take this off for a second, y'all. Cause I gotta do what I normally do when it's a good book. I gotta bam slap you with the golden
yes. And that golden mic is it is well deserved. The story was
thank you.
phenomenal. The narrators did a good job. And like I said, I want to stay in Rifts and Refrains. Like definitely want to do
That
it.
part.
I
You
can't
want to stay in
wait.
Heartland? You want to stay in Heartland?
I want to stay. I don't know unless
Listen,
I
I
can
don't
push.
know about
Can I?
Heartland.
Yeah, can I push Evelyn?
Yes, you can push Evelyn. You can
Yes,
push
okay.
Evelyn.
Okay,
And
long
let me
long
tell
as
her
we
about her. And
can.
then I'm gonna have to tell William about himself. Because what you're
Yeah,
not gonna do
yeah.
is be slick. Oh, I can't imagine what his mama said to him.
I know. Some people want they want to. And they was like, "What the mom?" I said, "This is why it's gonna be. This is not the end
Right.
of it."
What did
But yeah,
mama say?
yeah. They're like, "What the
Cause
mom say?" Because
yes.
she's a bad woman, so she has some. I had my son. You had my son giving him money. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, like
Yes,
that's
yes,
wrong. And I'm
yeah.
glad it
yes.
was over
So
$2 million. It wasn't just 2 million. I
yes,
mean, that was
I'm
a lot
glad it
back
was
then.
too.
Yes.
I'm
And but
glad it
then they're
was
gonna
too.
make more from it. So that's a good thing about it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
listen, I did go and I found the picture. Now I gotta get the book cover still, but I found the picture. Somebody shared this in a group, and
Okay.
they were saying if this was a book cover, who would it be? And I said, this was my reply. I was like, Jake Barnes, because this is him from Rifts and Refrains. So
Look at that
this
man.
was the picture that they,
Okay.
and I was just,
Ooh. Ooh.
and,
Okay. That's a good
and
picture. Well, that's a good picture.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
that's a
good
good
picture.
picture.
I can see
That's a
that.
good.
I can see that because that's
That's
that's how I mean that's his color. That he's kind of that size. All of that, and he would smoke a
Yeah.
cigar. He would.
I mean
He
that
I
would.
said.
burgundy on that chocolate skin, that
Mm-hmm.
fedora on his head, that hat on his head, that
Yeah.
Stetson. That's
Yeah.
what that was. That was a Stetson.
At the beginning of
Listen,
the tour, at the end of Stetson.
Yep.
Yeah.
yes,
And I think he
yes.
probably was a stallion.
And let me tell you, like the way the picture is here, it's kind of cut off. But if you see the
I
whole
can tell
thing,
he's
you can
built. I
see
can
like
tell
his legs and stuff. I'm like,
yes.
Mm,
No, that's nice. That's a nice looking man. I'm like,
mhm.
yeah, that's a nice looking man.
that's a nice looking man right now.
Nice looking man. I can't look. I'm
I
like, okay.
I'm like,
Yes.
I said, when they was like, who is this? I said, this is Jake Barnes. I said, this is Rifts and
Yep,
Refrains. I can't
and
give it no other.
he's a Southern boy, so that fits. Like
Yes.
he's from the South.
Through and through.
Houston, born in Houston, living in Nashville. He is a Southern man. So yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Nita said she said, I love it.
yes.
You really do have to send that to me though. You really do.
I know. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna have to. I feel like I got to post that. And be like, this is a thought. I don't know where.
And you
Yes.
keep your thoughts to yourself.
Yes.
That you want to share.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. This is, but when it's immediate, it was like as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, come on,
Mm-hmm.
Jay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, yes,
He is,
Jay.
yes, he is a character. I'm so glad y'all like Jake because that was my writing. I love Jake. That's when I was writing. I was
love
like,
Jake. Yeah,
I was
I don't
like,
just
"Ooh."
like them. I love them.
Yeah, it was hard for
Listen,
me to keep
nope.
up sexual. It was hard. That part was like I was struggling. I was like, because I had to throw that kiss scene. In. I said he got to kiss at some point. I was like, I got to throw it in there. I was like,
Yes.
Listen,
That kiss
when
was
he
so
threw her
freaking
up on his
sexual.
there, don't
Yes.
I
Oh,
said,
that's everything about him was sex.
God, let me tell you something. I said, these are strong people. Cause I would have been done. Listen, Philip could, by the time he got there and accused me of something, I would have been like, "Yeah, you right though. You right. You right.
Yep.
oh, it was a fine
You
line. 'Cause you know
right.
how people feel about cheating in books. That was a fine line. 'Cause I still have people say that they were like, even though it was cheating in the book, we think it was. I was like, oh my god, seriously, like you're gonna be all right.
Because they
You're gonna be
kissed.
all right. Yeah, I guess so because they
Because
kissed.
they kids.
Yes, I've had
Oh,
several reviews say that to me. It was like, but it's still like for those who don't like cheating, it's only a little bit, so you can watch, you can read it. And I was just like, oh my goodness, people really do care about that in their
But
book.
listen, who care about her cheating on Philip though?
Exactly, like really, no,
I mean, Jake Barnes,
yeah,
Philip,
no.
Jake Barnes,
Child.
Philip,
It's like
2K
nobody
Philip
cares.
For Jake Barnes,
got a bonus of
listen.
$75,000. Philip and Jake Barnes, who's a millionaire, and gonna make me a millionaire.
Yeah,
First of all, I'm not finna care about cheating on no man who care more about that little funky $75,000 than he do my feelings. Okay, you're
Yep.
lucky all she did was kiss the man. Cause as a matter of
yeah,
fact, let's be keeping it. Look, if we
yeah.
let's keep it
She
a
stopped
buck.
it. She
Let's keep it a
wasn't gonna
whole
stop it.
bean.
Yeah, she
Let's
wasn't
keep it
gonna
a
stop
whole
it. He
bean.
stopped it.
She
Yeah,
wasn't gonna stop.
she
She
wasn't gonna stop
wanted to
it. She
go
was
there.
not gonna stop it.
Nope.
She wasn't.
Nope. My
A
thing
bean,
is,
honey. That was
he
on Jake.
I was doing Jake. Jake decided to stop it, but she wasn't. She was not. She was about it at that moment. She's like, you know what? Why not?
I might as well go
Why
all
the
the way. If
Yes.
I'm gonna kiss him, I
And
might
I
as well
was
go
with
all the
her.
way.
I was like, come on tomorrow, let's go all the way. I want to hold
Right?
your hand and go all the way with you, honey.
That part. Yes. Oh,
I love it. Thank y'all. Oh, this is so much
Listen,
fun. I appreciate y'all. This was fun. I really
yes.
you
appreciate
are
Thank you.
so
Well, look, we
welcome.
aim to please. We aim to please. We
We
like what
aim to please.
we love a
And
good
I,
book, and we love to talk about it.
Thank you.
so yes, I do want to give you the opportunity though, so that you can let everyone know like how they can connect with you. Everything that you can tell us about any upcoming releases or anything that's going on with Rifts and Refrains. I think you kind of covered that,
Yeah.
but if you want to touch on it again, you can, of course. And anything else that you got, any events or anything, here's your time. So.
Okay. Just you can reach me at Ty28 always on Instagram. Ty28 always. Ty Love on Facebook and on TikTok. And I have my website, tylovebooks.com. And you can check me on any of those. In terms of I just dropped the wedding season. It is the culmination of my I Love All Season series. You don't, even though you will enjoy it more if you read. It's a 7 book, but you can jump right in. I hope I wrote it in such a way, even if you just is the first book you caught, you will still like it and you will still get it and you will love it. That just came out last Friday, so that's out. And I'm working on some more stuff and some of the, and you will see some of these characters again. And different, I'm not sure in what way yet, but when the paperback and the hardcover come out, I don't, it's like it's either, I don't know, I don't put no dates out there, but I know it'll be out soon in the next, hopefully in the next few months or the beginning of next year for those who really wanted to have, the written word. And I'm excited about those who like reading, because some people haven't even listened yet because they really can't wait to read it. And you get to see those. I'm actually diving back into that world to write some of this in the next month. So again, I'm not sure which direction. They're trying to get audio to add to it too, so that you can still hear whatever I additionally write. So they're working on that. Hopefully that'll work out. So you get to hear these voices again with the conclusion. Yes. So we'll see. But that's happening. And I'm not doing any events until next year, in which I'll be doing oh my goodness, my mind is going blank. So you said check my website. My mind went completely blank, like of what? Because I'm doing I think 2 or 3 different events next year. But I'm really low key. I'm the kind of person that's more or less like I like to be a spectator, as opposed to, I don't mind meeting people. Don't get me wrong, but I'm more or less like I'm kind of laid back, kind of like introverted heart. So I definitely appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all loving my story, and I hope the world continues to love it. And I'm hoping it really goes to fruition in the series. I think it'll be a good series if it can actually get all the way there. Yes. So
it will get there.
I'm gonna call y'all up, be like, we said we're gonna do a watch party, right? So
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
We need 10 episodes, because I need to see the wedding. I need to see the tour. I need to see the baby. We need 10 episodes. That's it. That's all. 10. I need even.
I would agree with that. 10 is a good number of, because it will be a limited series, so it'll be good to get it all out. It's done. We know what happened with everybody, and I'm excited. I'm just excited.
Yes. And thank you so much, Nita, for joining us for your first time. We hope that you will come back and participate with us again. She said the book is great. Yes, it is.
The book is definitely great. Y'all, please, like I said, it was, I struggle sometimes. I need to see them words, but this book had me so captivated. I didn't need the words. Like, I laid in the bed and listened to it. I got the daydream about Jake, thinking I'm Amara.
Listen.
As I was getting ready to go out, I was thinking about spraying a little extra perfume on me, because then that way when he smelled me, it was just little things that I loved. And oh gosh, this book was so good. So good. So good.
It was so good. And like I said, movie, TV show, whatever. It could be anything. I'm here for it all. I'm here for all of it. Yes, we're gonna have to do a watch party. Listen, I ain't even posed. Let me see what I can throw together. Can we do it live from Nashville?
That would be amazing. Like that would be the best time ever. Be like, we are in Nashville, y'all.
We are in Nashville.
Broad Street?
Broadway.
Broadway.
Yep. It is fun. That's a fun street. That is a fun street. Yes.
Instead of us saying live from New York, we'd be like live from Nashville.
Yes.
It's Rifts and Refrains.
And Refrains. Yes.
Don't throw me with a good time, because baby, I sure hop in a car. I hop a plane.
I hear that.
13 hours from me. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I know that's right. Well, Ty, we thank you so much.
I got nominated. I have to say this for BRAB, Building Relationships Around Books. It nominated my book Chicago Blues, which I released last year. So I want to say it nominated me for all kind of awards: best villain, best couple, Beverly Award, and Donna Hill, and Brenda Jackson. I'm just all like excited. Like I got nominated a lot, and that's the first time this happened. So, and it was for Chicago Blues, a book that.
Congratulations!
So I want to give shout out to Building Relationships Around for even nominating me. So I just wanted to at least shout it out. I'm sorry, I had to say that, and also my podcast, Cozy Sit with Cats. So, and that's how I got a chance to meet the lovely Untamed. So I'm very excited. Yes, thank you.
Yay! I was excited too. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun on her podcast. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. That was a good time.
Yes.
Yes,
that,
yeah, very much so. I enjoy
that,
myself. Y'all kill it. I ain't got. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I can tell by the energy. Though. I like Untamed energy anyway. So it was like,
Yes.
oh,
all
She
right,
got big energy. Yes, she
yeah, she
thank
does.
got big energy.
you.
You just compliment her well. So it's like
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
good,
Thank you.
good
Yeah,
Thank
time.
I'm a
you
little
so
crazy.
much.
She
Good
the
time.
calm. I'm the storm.
Yes. But
Listen,
she herself is a nice storm. So I mean, I don't know. It's like, whoa. I guess she's a
listen,
tornado. You the hurricane. I guess I don't know.
listen.
Yeah.
Two storms. We the two storms. One of us got to be the tornado. One of us the hurricane.
Yes.
Yep. Who's
Yes.
the one that picks stuff up and throw it? Because that's me.
That would be
Tornado.
that'd be the tornado actually.
And I'm a tornado because I will pick something up and throw it in a minute.
That'd be the
Oh my
tornado.
goodness.
Hurricane just doesn't
I
want
can see that.
to do that.
I can see that. You know, hurricane kind of look. A hurricane is unassuming and then sure you kind of move in
It
slow
does.
and then coming in and it's like woo, and tear shit up right quick
Yep.
and move on out.
And move on. Move on out.
Yep.
Ah,
Love it.
oh my goodness! And Lisa says this was great. Good night, ladies. Good night, Lisa. Thank you guys so
Yes.
much for
Thank you.
joining us. I want to give Crystal your opportunity to let everyone know how to connect with you. Both places. See, I have to tell her because she won't say it. Both places.
All right. So you can find me on Instagrams as Books and Soul One, and then on Facebook and TikTok as Books and Soul.
Okay.
You can also and only find me on Instagram as Krista Lux _ the author. And that's KRYSTALUXE _ the author. And my first book drops on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.
Yes.
Yes.
What's the name of your book? What's the name of your book?
It is called Forsaken. It is book 1 in a Left Behind series. So there is a trigger warning because y'all, my mind, it ain't gonna be no romance. You're gonna get a little bit, just a little.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's
Just
gonna
a
be some
little.
other stuff going on in there. Somebody gonna get arrested. Somebody gonna die. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I like
she
it.
having her stuff. She have her stuff going on. But
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. I'm glad that you took the leap and you became an author. So you want to make sure that we celebrate that.
Most definitely
Yes.
celebrate that.
Yes, that was a big
Yes.
leap. And I got so many more stories to go.
Good.
Yes, you do. Yes, you
Yes,
do.
I
And
got a
It's
whole
addictive.
world.
Once you start, it's hard to stop.
Oh my gosh, it is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yes.
yes, it is. And you got thank you, Lisa, for giving her the hand claps and the celebration horn.
Yeah.
Yes, it is to be
Very
celebrated. So yes, her book is called
good.
Forsaken. It is available on Amazon now. So please
Yes,
make sure that you go on
Lord.
Amazon and pick it up. Well, you guys, you can find me at Author Untamed on Facebook, TikTok, um, Instagram, and YouTube. And I am also Aries Scott. You can find me at Author Aries Scott on Facebook and on TikTok and just Aries Scott _ on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that brand as well.
Every I got some heat, y'all.
In November 26th, book
Yes.
2, Love on the Rebound,
Hey.
releases. I'm so excited. We will be doing a virtual book release party. Aubrey Penn and I will be doing it together on November the 26th at 7 p.m. So it'll be live. Y'all make sure y'all jump in, tune in, have fun with us on this virtual release party. She has her book that's coming out. Everything is Love. Mine is Love on the Rebound. So we just love everywhere right now, okay?
Right.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yay. I love it.
Stay in the love. So we will be doing that. I'm so excited. But as always, as I always say, I thank you guys so much for tuning in every Wednesday, every it will whenever we drop something, because sometimes we be doing stuff on Thursday. This depends on what's going on,
I'll be here.
whenever we hear, y'all here with us, and we appreciate you guys
Yes.
so much all the time, and especially supporting the authors, because that's what it's about. It's about supporting the literary community as a whole, and we are here for that 1,000%. So I always, Crystal, do you remember the closer? Because I always say it.
Yes. All I want to say is thank you for joining. And don't forget to get caught up. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I remember.
You did. You
I
did.
remember. That's because I was sheet shuffling.
You know what? Good. And on that note, good night.
Good night.
Thanks for getting caught up with the Get Caught Up podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe on Spotify, iTunes, or iHeartRadio and leave us a review. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Get Caught Up Podcast and let us know what you think about the show. See you in the next episode.